AirPods are connected. Hold on. Okay. Yes, the AirPods are connected. I hope you guys can hear. Um, Anyways, this is Protection 101. This is going to be the first video of my like 101 series, if you will. Um, just because, especially as I've started to work with Archangel, Metatron, and just my spirits have been telling me this for a while. I have a whole bunch of knowledge that I really only share like with my loved ones and my customers, but they want me to start kind of getting the information out to other people because there is a lot of misinformation on the internet and especially on TikTok and YouTube, and I just won't stand for it. So yeah, this will be the first one of my 101 series. I'm gonna have like and I'm gonna really break down the categories too. So like Return to Sender 101, Transmutation 101, um, Wards 101, Protection 101, this video, Money Magic 101, Love Magic 101. You know, I'm gonna really get into the things, not tell you all the secrets, but definitely enough to get you started and get you on the way. Um, so, like I said, this is Protection 101. We are going to start first with, I will say, there are multiple ways you can go about having protection. Protection, in essence, is basically having an armor over you, having an armor over your blessings, over your home, loved ones, etc. That's what protection is. It's not necessarily offense, but it can look like offense if you wanted to. Um, and so that's what I mean. So yeah, it can fighting fire with fire is what will look like offense. So for example, that will be like your return to cinders, which will have their own video. That'll be like your return to cinder spells, where you're taking the energy that's sent to you and returning it to them. So that'll I'll bring you over to this jar right here. This is a ward, WARD. Y'all, I'm from Texas, so if it doesn't sound like I'm saying ward, WARD, that's what I'm saying. um, yes, this is a ward, and those will have their own video as well. They are basically a form of protection that for me, I consider them coming before the protection spell does. So these have your energy signature in them. So they basically take the place of you when something is sent out to you. So say somebody sends a curse to you, this will act as if it's you, and it'll the curse will hit the ward. And then depending on how you bless the ward, it'll take that energy and do what may have you. So if you blessed it to return to sender, it'll take that energy and return it to the person plus whatever you put in here. If you blessed it just to absorb that energy, that's what it'll do. And a lot of times it'll notify you when it's absorbed the energy and when you need to make a new one. Um, but again, those will have their own video. I don't want to go too deep into depth about it. But yes, this is my return to sender protection ward. This one not only returns to sender, but it protects me as well. Um, and I have this actually sitting outside my patio door because like I have a wall of windows basically, like a full wall of windows. All of my homes and my apartments have had that. I haven't had many. Most of my apartments have had that because I love natural light. Um, and so I have this sitting right outside there because that's also like the front of my home. So for me, when energy comes into my home, it comes through the windows. Um, and I specifically, the way I did this is I taped tarot cards. Let me get closer. And they were all perfectly even. I taped tarot cards all around here. And it was to show any spirit, any energy, or anybody who pulls on my energy to see if they can attack me. 444, as I say this, divine strength. Um, it was to show them exactly what's waiting on them if they were to send me witchcraft. Exactly what's waiting on them if they were to send me witchcraft. That's the tower right there. Now, there was 5 in here. I was working with the number 5, um, for, like, change and all of that, like, overall protection. There's 5 habanero peppers in here, there was 5 tarot cards, there's 5 rusty nails, um, 5 blueberries, um, and some more stuff that was in the number of 5. Um, but as you can see, again, I've been working on this for the past week. As you can see, 2 of the tarot cards have come loose. And my spirits did that for a reason. This one has fallen as well. My spirits did that for a reason. If this was a protection spell only, that would kind of show that somebody's trying to break through your protection. However, since this is a ward, it's showing what the people who have been attacking me have already gotten slash are getting because they've hit this ward already, right? So 3 are still standing, but so far we have sacrifice and loss, the 5 of Cups, sacrifice, loss. Um, and then one other one came loose, I believe. Oh yes, it's the devil. The devil came loose too. So they're being haunted. They're being chained down. Um, yeah. So when it comes to things like that, like if you were also to do the same thing, when it falls, that's basically representing what has been hit for them. Um, So that's one thing. You can do wards. You can basically have something stand in your way. You can just basically have this also just be your own protection spell. You can just completely omit that and just have your own protection jar, which I also have that. Um, which leads me to my next point. I said I have notes here of things I wanted to say. Fight fire with fire, but also make sure you have water too. So if you did want to do a return to sender, have that, but also make sure to have your own high vibrational protection jars as well. Your own jars that aren't about fighting at all, that are just about keeping you protected using non-baneful herbs or anything like that, using high vibrational tarot cards like the Star, which is cosmic protection and destiny. Um, the Knight of Swords, I'd like to, for me, the Knight of Swords represents the protection of the angels, Archangel Michael specifically. Um, have your own high vibrational protection as well, because the thing is, if somebody's sending you something, that's low vibrational. So sure, you have your own low vibrational ward, but you also want to make sure you're keeping your own energy at a very, very high vibration, so that nothing can touch you. Your spirits will be battling for you, but you yourself can't be touched at all. Hold on, give me one moment. Because low vibrational energy can't touch high vibrational energy. So if you stay high vibrational, you won't be forced to squander with the squandered, if you know what I mean. Um, so that's point number one. Um, Here's some heavy hitters when it comes to protection. Garlic, garlic has been said for millennia to keep away vampires. So garlic is really good. Onions are really good for cleansing and protection. Same with garlic. Um, Getting away any negative energy quickly. Onions also, I just heard, are really, really good for taking you to a high vibration really, really quickly. Because a lot of Hispanic cultures, especially Mexican witches, they also use onions to bring in love and money. I've never done that, but it's something they've done for a long time. It's a traditional spell for them, so it must work really well. Holy water is something I like to incorporate a lot. This is holy water and apple cider vinegar and some more stuff. This has like my hot foot powder in here, um, my closing roads dirt in here. So this one is a very return to sender. When you're doing your return to senders, they'll have their own video, but when you're doing your return to senders, you want it to be baneful so that it can return all that energy to them with a little extra. Um, Anyways, holy water is really, really good. I get mine from a Catholic church. They have a tub in the middle of the pulpit. Um, and I get it from that tub. Um, Basil is really, really good for protection, and black pepper as well. Black pepper is like, especially if you're trying to banish spirits or if just overall for banishing, black pepper is like 10 out of 10. Like if there was one thing I could tell you to use is black pepper. Be careful when you're burning it though. It is crazy when burning it. But for actual like putting it into spells and stuff is really good. Okay, so I already said have wards and protection spells. Let's skip that. Okay, and yes, so what I was also gonna say when it comes to return to senders, and just that type of protection, the way my spirit personally likes for me to bless it, I don't know if y'all you a common theme in my you'll see in my videos is transmutation. I have heavy powers of transmutation where I can take one thing and 1111 talking about Archangel Metatron as I'm talking about this. I can take one thing and transmute it into another. I can take one energy and transmute it into better energy. I've always been able to do that. Um, and so, how my spirit's like for me to bless it is for anything that was intentionally sent, any witchcraft that was intentionally sent, or evil eye that was sent with intention to harm me or to stop my blessings or something like that. That is when this spell will activate and return it to them tenfold or whatever karma says is okay. That is what will happen. Now, if it was just unintentional evil eye, because remember, evil eye can also just be envy. And envy and jealousy are two different things. Envy is just somebody wishing they had what you had. Jealousy is somebody wishing they had what you had and thinking that you don't deserve it. And they wish basically that you didn't have it. Um, and they wish they had it for themselves. That is weird energy. Envy, I don't mind too much. Jealousy, wishing I didn't have it and wishing you had it, that's a whole different thing. Um, so yeah, basically this only it gets people who are actually trying to harm me. Um, so yeah, that helps a lot too. So like if you know if you're nervous about doing a return to sender, like what if it, hits, people who are just a little bit envious, bless it that way, so that if somebody is hit in your field, okay, this person has actively been wishing harm upon me. I'm seeing 5 crows fly across my window as I'm saying this. And I was telling you I was working with the number 5. Let's keep it moving. Protection. So there's many different ways to protect yourself. You have jars, you have candles right here. I'm sure you guys have been curious about this. This is a protection candle I have. Um, I also make my own other protection candles. So I make my own skull candles, my own coffin candles, my own I actually make most of the candles you'll see on my channel. I make myself. My own coffin candles, figure candles. I have penis candles. I just ordered a Hamsa. This thing right here. Oh no, not that. That's a key. This thing right here. I just ordered a candle. Well, mold. I have candle molds and I make them and I put as I'm making it, I'm chanting over it, putting my own herbs in there, putting my own oils. I have my own specialty oils, of course, I make. Um, yeah, so I make my own candles too. That's another thing that you could possibly do, or just even dressing your own candles and taking your own candles and customizing them um, to be your form of protection. You can do candles, that's a big one. Jewelry, all of the jewelry you guys see me wear is for protection. All of these are blessed, has oils rubbed on them, charged on all of my altars, etc. Sigils, talisman. So this is the Metatron's cube. This is a great protector. This right here is the Eye of Ra. You could also use the Eye of Horus for protection as a talisman. Um, you can use runes as talisman. Of course, the Evil Eye bracelet is a good talisman. What else is there? Here, let me show you guys a couple runes. while we're here, since we are doing a 101 class, um, this rune right here is for protection in war. Victory in war is basically just a triangle going up. This one is overall protection when it comes to your money and making sure that there is no stagnancy. Oh, and you know what? This is mirrored. So, damn it. Here, let me do it the other way so you guys can see it. It's that way, I believe. Who knows? Um, these videos be confusing me. When I watch it back, I'm like, oh, this is mirrored. Oops. Um, and then we also have this one. This one doesn't matter if it's mirrored or not. This one is for overall protection and connection to spirit. Now, these are Nordic runes that I'm showing you guys. These are like runes that the Vikings used to use, and that's been used in the occult and witchcraft for hundreds and hundreds of years. And those are good enough. Those are great to carve into candles. Those are great to carve into like paint it on. You can sometimes I even write it on my hands or on my knuckles. Those are really good for that. But yes, definitely that's ways to improve your protection. You want to make sure you're doing at least one protection ritual a month, if not more. That's just if you have like a normal amount of energy sent to you. If you're somebody like me who's in actual witch wars, I have actual clients and stuff. So and then I have my own platforms and stuff that has a lot of followers, so I have a lot of negative energy sent to me. Not to mention the 3+ people who are trying to kill me with witchcraft. But that's something else, ain't gonna happen no time soon or ever. Anyway, sigils, runes. You can make your own sigils if you want. I have a bunch of my own sigils that I don't show on camera. And then smudging is also a good way to cleanse your energy and keep your home protected. That's something I want to talk about, how the misconception of sage. Sage is just for day to day energies. Even Native Americans will have always said that sage is just for day to day energies, not like the super heavy spirits, witchcraft. When you feel something is crossing you, sage is a nice beginner, but you want to get deeper into it. You want to get into the rosemaries. You want to make your own mixture. Here, actually, I have a mixture over here. Oh, almost fell, y'all. But one thing about it is I won't ever. Okay. I have my own mixture over here. I have tobacco sitting in there too. Um, but this is like maybe 20, 30 different herbs and stuff. I have basil in here, rosemary, thyme, cinnamon. Ooh, let me stop touching it. It is powerful. I just felt a cold shock just run through my whole body. Thyme, I have a little bit of cayenne pepper in there, a little bit of black pepper. You can get away with a little bit of black pepper, but please don't do too much. It's not even like I can handle burning cayenne pepper and stuff on tablets and stuff, burning them and letting them smoke. Black pepper, quite literally, the smallest amount will have you like running out of your home. So just do a small amount of black pepper. Um, I have garlic powder in there, onion powder in there. Did I already say turmeric? If not, turmeric. I have clove. Clove is really good for banishing. Bay leaf powder I have in there. Fenugreek powder I have in there. I'm pointing because I'm looking at my. I'm looking at a. Let me show. I have a whole thing of just like my workspace. Um, I have crushed up roses in there, um, and a lot of other things as well. Hyssop is really good. Bone set. Um, I'm giving y'all the keys right now. Take notes. I'm giving y'all the keys. Um, and that is really, really good to burn. I mean, if you make a mixture like that, I've literally had like demonic spirits whenever they're sent to me trying to, there's no other place that they can stay other than like my bathroom. And then my cat, who is my spiritual protector, um, she'll go into my bathroom and just meow, and when I go in, she'll look at me like, "Mm," and I'm like, "Okay, hold up." And, I run in here I will used to run in here, make a tab, and go ahead and smudge, and they would, like, run out, like, immediately. Now there's no energy that can come into my home. That was a long time ago. Now there's nothing that can really come into my home. I don't have that problem, but if I were to, I would use this. This is also a good mixture just for stagnant energy. Um, but if you don't wanna do all of those, you can just do rosemary, that's a really good cleanser. Sage is good, again, for stagnant energy or just day-to-day, like, energies, a little bit of evil eye, a little bit of something, something. Um, Cinnamon is good also for, like, bringing in positive energy too. That's why I added those elements of, like, rose and cinnamon and stuff, because those are very high vibrational and they bring in high vibrational things. I'm tired of talking. Spirit has said I've basically hit all the things. So I'm going to give you guys three rituals really, really quickly for protection, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Um, so, three rituals. One, a lime under the bed. These are just going to be some really quick things that are really, really effective that I actually have around my house. My house has about probably 11 to 12 different protection things going on, not including like the protection talisman I have around here. I'm just talking about protection spells in general. That's why I said there's not really much that can enter my home unless I call to it. Um, Lime under your bed. Cut a lime in half, bless the lime for protection, sprinkle sea salt or regular salt over it, black pepper over it, basil over it if you have it. You can just stop there with sea salt and black pepper or just regular salt. Um, but if you have it, basil, cayenne pepper, um, and that'll be good. Do do coffee grounds on the outside of it. Do a circle of coffee grounds. Bless it for protection. Pray the Psalms 91 over it or Psalm 64, um, and put it under your bed, and that'll protect you for about 3 to 6 months. Repeat it every 3 to 6 months. That'll not only protect you, but protect your whole home. That's really, really effective. Burn a candle over it, three candles. You can do it 5 days in a row, 3 days in a row, or you could just do it one day. Just depending on you, how much power you have, how much power you can raise. Um, so that's one. Another one is a poblano pepper. Go buy you a poblano pepper at Walmart or whatever grocery store. They're the big ones. They're not super hot, but they're hot enough. Cut it, not fully open, but cut it this way. Cut it this way on the side, basically. Make you a petition of protection. You don't even have to dress the petition with anything more than an oil. You can just use olive oil. Olives are super protective. Um, on the petition, right? I protect myself, I protect my family, I protect my finances. Fold that um, protection to you, or if you're specifically pushing away something, because this can also be used as a blockbuster, fold that away from you. And then you put that in that poblano pepper and bless it to only be a shield of protection, not to harm you, but to be a shield of protection. And then you bind that. You can bind it, or you can just kind of like seal it closed, however way you do your sealings. Um, and you can either go bury that, you can leave that in front of your home, you can leave that by a door, you could put that in a dark place, or you could put that under your bed. Um, I would only recommend putting it under your bed though if you are experienced with witchcraft, because it can, for some of you, if you're new, that may affect your dreams. So if you're experienced with it, you can put it under your bed. Otherwise, put it somewhere else that isn't necessarily somewhere where you dream. Um, and that's a very good protection one. And then lastly, we have you can go bury an egg. Go to a crossroad, if you will, if you know how to work with crossroads, or you can just go to somewhere in nature, like a hiking trail. Dig you a hole, put an egg in there. You can write a petition. What I like to do is write a petition and burn the petition in the hole, and then put the egg in. You can pour you like salt on top. You can pour you black pepper on top. I like to do black cumin seeds, black mustard seeds, and then cover that hole. It doesn't matter necessarily if it's like super packed because when it comes to this one, there's also a very similar one which is return to sender, but the difference is with the return to sender, I crack the egg. So if you're doing that for return to sender, crack the egg and then cover it. But for protection, that shell is actually representing the protection. So I just kind of cover the egg again with the dirt and kind of pack it myself, but not too hard. Um, when I'm burying things, pro tip for burying, when you're burying things, you want to make sure that every layer you're jumping on top of it and stumping it so that you're really repacking whatever you're burying, so that animals don't walk by and be like, oh, and they, dig up whatever you're doing. Um, but anyways, yes, that buried egg is going to go ahead and protect you, especially with that shell. Shells are called cascarilla in witchcraft. They're used for protection, eggshells specifically. You turn them into a powder. Um, and you will be protected. So yes, this is Protection 101. I'm gonna end this here before this video gets too long. I hope you guys enjoyed. Um, have a wonderful rest of your day. It's been me, Mr. Conjure. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, bye.